Today, the topic today is about South Africa and Nigeria. Diplomatic war is ongoing at the moment. So South Africans say the Nigerian journalists insulted their minister. I don't know how that what I saw in this video happened to be an insult. She was only asking the journalist a question because of the way she was demonstrating. The minister thought the journalist was pointing at her, but she's normal. I have seen so many journalists, do the same thing. So why is Nigeria on a different thing? So this video you're going to watch the video. Let us check if at all, you yourself, you have to see to know if it was an insult. For me, what I saw in that video is not an insult. So many things are going on, including Nigeria demanding for compensation, for Nigerians that their shops were demolished in South Africa. Many Nigerian shops were demolished, and the South African government were saying, "Oh, those businesses were not documented." You understand? But I have seen in several videos where a shop owner showed his document and all the things he has, all the documents he has that covers the business he was doing. See, they beat him, ask him to lock up his shop and all that. So Moku see this woman. Let's watch the whole videos. Make you judge on your own.
Minister of Justice, that is a quote directly, and that quote was made by your colleague a week ago at some briefing. I can't remember which one it was in particular. And again, I have to reiterate, given the close relationship with our two countries, given the sensitivity of the time right now, given the fact that everybody, and I believe everybody in this room and on that panel, is doing their very best to douse the tensions, given the work that you, Madam Minister of Justice, has done to actually douse the tensions. I remember seeing your press conference about South African artists having their work cancelled, being booked abroad and being cancelled, and trying to calm everybody down. Given all of that, indeed, given that President Ramaphosa has also done his best to douse the tensions, again, I will come back to Madam Minister of Justice and Minister of Presidency. Do you think the statement you made, and if you want me to read it again, I will, is helpful to your country, to your president, to the works that your colleagues have been doing, indeed to the works that everybody here has been doing, to the works that the NGO have been doing? I interviewed Mr. Baloy a week ago, in June when I was here. The good work that he's been doing, and indeed the work everybody has been doing to ensure that we find a collaborative way beyond this moment. Do you think making statements like that is smart? And again, I ask, would you like to apologize to Nigerians? Because I'm a Nigerian sitting in front of you, and I can assure you that I don't do drugs. Neither does my father, neither do my friends, neither. In fact, the vast majority of Nigerians here are doctors. Let me finish, please. I've asked the question, but I have to state this. Nigerians are doctors. Nigerians are immigration lawyers. Nigerians do all sorts of other things, but you chose to talk about drugs. Why?
Thank you very much.
No, they will call for the hand.
That's fine. I put my hand up.
I'm going to appeal to you again.
I am being...
To respect me as the Minister of the Republic of South Africa. Please. You are here to interact with us. Please, we are appealing to you. So, the chair of the session will call another round of questions where you can take your more questions. We are currently answering. Now, when you disrupt us while we are answering your question, it's not helpful at all. And I want to reiterate, we appeal because South Africa has not, it's not actually in this point. Any attacks or anything has not been done, sanctioned by this government. Secondly, is that when anyone has been killed, whether they are South Africans or non-South Africans, the police does investigation. We actually have a very strong justice system. where investigations are done, where people are arrested, and therefore people then are prosecuted and do serve sentences. Our judiciary in this country is independent, doesn't get influenced by politicians, doesn't get influenced by those who have power or even money. So you can be rest assured when matters appear before our judiciary, they're evaluated.
That demands an answer is this. If South Africa's own security forces are killing Nigerians, who exactly is protecting them? Good morning, Dr. Abati. Good morning, Ayo. Good morning, Rufai. Rufai, I came to you because I'd like for you to, unpack this story. I mean, you saw the minister over the weekend trending because of, the remarks she made about Nigerians and the drug den. That's not what we are talking about. We're talking about legitimate businesses that have been seized. And this is the sort of statements, rhetorics that cause this that fuels this xenophobic attacks. Your comments?
So I think I said on this platform that the government of South Africa is complicit. I made it as a statement then, I didn't have facts. But after this interview with Richard Itoro, we have facts because he stated that the key participants in this protest were given Hilux vans by the government of South Africa. That's an eyewitness of account of someone that stays in South Africa. Oji, I don't like to respond to flippant ministers from South Africa. Because, you see, it shows the way they see us. For her to have the effrontery to say that Nigeria lives in shacks, maybe that's what she lives as a minister. Our entire mindset is a shack itself. So you don't expect her to say anything better for Nigerians that are hardworking in the country. Like I said, they will pay compensation. And not be today, but at some point, they will pay compensation. All of this she's saying is utter rubbish. Richard Itoro stated here that he was paying mortgage on a home worth 1.2 million rand. That's over 100 million naira. The mail trail of the mortgage is there. Do they pay mortgages on shacks? The agent is there. So there are evidence to these trails. He said cumulatively all his assets there, and this is just one person, was worth about 3-point-something million rand. I don't know, I have not done the calculation, but I think that should be in the range of about 300 million naira. So that's like close to $500 million. These are documented assets. So when this minister is saying people live in shacks, they have evidence of their asset. They will pay compensation. See, when we are ready with South Africa, when our government is ready with them, it's not on this Mpumolanga minister that is talking with her mouth, or this Wena that will be talking. When we start to do it at the government-to-government basis, this one will not even be there to see anything. So all this one, they can gesticulate and they can be jakporoing and be talking because they want to win election and favor their local base. And another thing, Oji, we've come to realize is that most Nigerians, they are not illegals. I asked him again, because there's another narrative. Yeah. And almost everybody being harassed in South Africa are illegals. No.
No, we had our Air Peace flights coming. We had our reporters on ground asking the returnees questions, and they were all legal. They had their documents and all of that.
So they are not illegal. So they will pay. They leave all these ones. Who are these ones on the pecking of my government appointee? They will pay. We are coming.
All right, but I'm glad that the federal government has responded really quickly, Dr. Batsi.
The thing to add is that earlier on, we had said Nigeria could follow the example of Ghana and report the South Africans to the African Union Commission. However, the international body that resolves disputes between states is the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. Will Nigeria be willing to go a step further and declare a dispute with South Africa at the level of the International Court of Justice? Because a paragraph in that statement that was issued yesterday morning by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs made it clear that South Africa is complicit. South Africa has failed to discharge its responsibility to protect under international customary law. And 3, Nigeria is calling for an investigation, and Nigeria is saying that South Africa itself should investigate March on March, one of the anti-immigrant groups, and also Operation Ludara. And yet this, junior minister in the presidency comes along, and she just spewing hate and blackmailing Nigerians for problems that were caused by the objective conditions in South Africa itself. If the South Africans say they don't have employment, if they say they don't have jobs, if they say they don't have prosperity, post-apartheid, it is for the South African government to address that. It's not the problem of people from Zimbabwe or from Zambia or outsiders. And then I wonder what some of those former apartheid figures will be thinking now. They will say, well, we seem to have been vindicated. Even Donald Trump is likely to say, well, by pulling out what South Africans willing ones out of South Africa, he knew that this is how these South Africans would behave. So the joke is on the South Africans.
Absolutely.
But the Nigerian government, in the sense of protecting its citizens and pursuing citizen diplomacy, may well go to the International Court of Justice. Because if you are expecting that compensation will be given just like that, the South African government has made it clear it's not going to pay compensation. They are even calling us a country of drug dealers.
Yes.
What insult?
Country of drug dealers. We want justice for those Nigerians that have been killed. 3 of them so far, according to the statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But we also saw Big Joe. We took that story live.